Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be about 5 tips that you need on how to write your university exam paper. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. Tip number 1, prioritize your time. By prioritizing time, I mean to say that you really have to give a particular amount of time to a particular question and a particular answer form or a particular section that you have. It also depends on what paper pattern do you have, what are the requirements from your university, and how it goes in your college. But a very basic thing to do is that if you have a very long answer question, supposedly a 10 marker, you need not to give more than 20-25 minutes to that answer. And while you are attempting that answer and while you are writing it, and if it is exceeding more than 25 minutes, you should leave it right there, complete it later on, and start attempting the other question and the other sections of your question paper. What will happen here is that you will save a lot of time by attempting all the questions. You will also save a lot of marks, and there won't be any question left unattempted. What is more important? You attempt a question. You not getting marks without attempting it right is a completely different thing. What is important is you to attempt that question, so at least you score minimum of the minimum marks in that question. So tip number 1 is to prioritize your time. Tip number 2 is to make diagrams. More the diagrams, the more the examiner is impressed by your answer. So it usually happens in subjects like prosto, endo, ortho, that you have written the name of the appliance, or you have mentioned the movements, and you have mentioned a lot of things, but you haven't mentioned the diagram. So what is more important? You make diagrams so that the examiner gets an idea of, okay, this person knows and I can give him marks. So it usually is there for most of the subjects in dentistry. And most importantly, you cannot miss making diagrams in prosto and oral pathology, because if you miss making diagrams here, then I don't know how you're scoring great marks. So if you really need to score amazing marks, you need to make diagrams, but do not waste your time in making very beautiful diagrams. Appliance should look like an appliance, a jaw should look like a jaw. It is okay if it is not really good looking, but it should resemble something like that, and you're good to go. Tip number 3, do not leave any question unattempted. Please don't do that. If you don't know an answer to a single question and you have no idea about it, please attempt and write anything which is coming to your mind. Anything. I did it in 12th standard that I did not know an answer to a particular question, और उसमें मैं किसी मूवी का पूरा स्टोरी लिख के आई थी जो मेरे मन में चल रहा था उस टाइम पे, और एक बार मैंने किसी गाने के लिरिक्स भी लिखे थे. So it doesn't matter, nobody is reading your answer. I know I shouldn't be mentioning this in the video, but this is the truth. Nobody is reading your answer. All they are seeing is that you have mentioned some words which are right, you have mentioned the diagrams and whatever. So this is what they are checking actually. So please do not leave any question unattempted. Write whatever is there in your head and somewhere near the topic. Of course ये सब मत लिखना, ये 12th 11th में तो चल जाता है. I don't know कि यहाँ पे चलेगा कि नहीं, मैंने ऐसा रिस्क नहीं लिया है, तुम भी मत लो. Please do not leave any question unattempted. Write something near to that topic or something related to dentistry, but do not write what I did in 11th and 12th standard. Don't do that. Tip number 4, do not make your answer sheet clumsy. ऐसा मत करो that you have attempted a particular question on page number 1 and on page number 2 you are attempting the last question, and on page number 3 बीच में से you are putting some question. Don't do that. Make sure that after every question you are making a line. Only if you have time, you're making a line. You are differentiating between the two answers that you have written, like answer 1 is on this page, then you have mentioned answer 2, then you have mentioned answer 3. Mention the topics, mention the subtopics, anything which is going to make your paper look nice to the examiner, do that. It can also include coloring, making lines, drawing margins, whatever you feel that you can do to make your paper look very nice, do it, but do not waste time in doing that. Just make sure that you're doing the basics right, that is writing your roll number correctly and writing the question number correctly. Tip number 5: you don't have to panic after you are done giving your exam. You don't have to discuss your answers with anyone. This is like the very basic thing that you shouldn't do. And the most important thing which you shouldn't do is discuss the length of your answers. It totally does not depend on the quantity of your answer, it also depends on the quality of your answer. Supposingly, like it is a mixture of both. It also depends on the quality and the quantity, but what is a little more towards the higher scale is the quality of your answer. Suppose I'm writing an answer which is correct, but the first paragraph in which I'm starting to write the answer, it is a little vague to the examiner. So automatically the impression goes कि मुझे आंसर नहीं आता है and ये 5-6 पेजेस में मैंने जो भी लिखा है, this is all random shit. So of course I will get marks, but I will not get as much marks as the other person who has mentioned the right answer in the first 2-3 paragraph and उसके बाद उसने बकवास लिखा है. So make sure what you are writing there, the initial start of your answer should be correct. Even if you don't know, whatever that is relating to the topic of the answer, you should mention in the first page itself in big lines, in big paragraphs, big topics, big subtopics. You should mention it in the beginning only, because your quality of the answer is more than the quantity of the answer. And do not discuss the length of the answer with your friends कि अरे मैंने तो 10 मार्कर में 10 पेजेस लिखा है, shit मैंने 5 पेज लिखा है. Do not get demotivated by that. Both of you are going, there are a hell lot of chances that both of you will get same marks, but that is for the end for you to know. But the length of the answer doesn't matter, so do not discuss it with your friends. Whatever you have done is done, whatever is gone, and whatever is there is over. So prepare for the next exam, and this is how you should study and give your university exams in the end. And it is not such a big deal to not score really well. I have mentioned it multiple times. I am also sitting here, you are also sitting somewhere and watching this video. So yeah, that's it. These are the 5 tips that you should know before writing your university exam paper. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it, and please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel.